All right. One question for you. Best way, the best way to handle pressure is to apply it. What if you played the game like you were always on offense?
Yeah. I mean, you're
Yeah, it's
just,
kind of the same thing.
yeah,
That's kind of the whole theme of this whole newsletter. I think is just you control you. You plan your offense. You do the things that you can control,
yeah,
and focusing on those things. I mean, that you does you no good to focus on what the other guy's doing.
yeah. I mean, what's the purpose of offense? Moving forward, right?
Yeah.
So if you're always focusing on offense, you're always focusing on moving forward. You're never looking back or trying to backtrack and defend something. You're just saying, all right, another step forward, another step forward, another step back, another step forward.
Yeah, the best offense is or best defense is a good
Good offense.
offense.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing
Yeah.
there. So,
Yeah. Just basically attack every opportunity that you have. Just go all in on it.
yeah, go all in, man. Don't
And
be
pretty
don't be
much,
scared to take that leap
yeah.
because it's a scary. It can be scary whenever
Oh,
you're
for
you're
sure.
doing something that's unknown or that you don't know how this is going to end up. This
Yeah.
could go so badly, but like it
Right.
could also go
Oh,
great. So
unbelievably.
don't
It could
focus.
change your life.
Yeah, don't focus on all the bad shit that could happen. I
Right.
think that just where people get in that like analysis paralysis where they're just afraid to
Mhm.
do things and they're just kind of stuck and they're kind of stuck in a life that they're not happy with or something. And that James Thoreau or
Henry
Henry
J.
Henry
Henry
Thoreau
David.
Henry David Thoreau that most men live lives of quiet desperation.
Yeah.
It's like how many people are out there that are just living a life that they're not happy with. I'm
Right.
sure there's a lot of them.
Well, I mean, into like that kind of just kind of leads into. Uh, I saw Chris Williamson's post today, which was
Yeah, I think I
incredible.
sent that one to you.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, we could
about
rip this on the
yeah
show."
about men, which is sad. But what did it say? Men aren't seen as having problems, but as being the problem. And suicide rates men under 30 have risen by 40% since 2010, and that's 4 times higher than among women.
40% since 2010. That's insane.
Insane, insane, insane.
14 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It dives into a lot of things. It's a quote. It's a quote from somebody that he had on his podcast, or I believe.
Yeah, actually pretty sure I listened to that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
and
listening to his podcast so much lately.
yeah, I
It's
mean,
been
it's
so many
just,
good episodes.
and it's just not having a perspective or some a why to push you forward, and make some good points. There's just not the mental health care out there for men, or it's perceived as weak, which is a whole different thing. That like that's a the definition of being a man needs to change, because that's not being weak. Being in touch with your emotions and being in touch with your feelings and everything like that, and being able to control them and understand them, that's pretty manly to me. That's not being weak. I mean, I think we've asked this question before. Would you rather have an IQ or a higher IQ or a higher EQ? Emotional intelligence versus just intelligence. And I think you need to have a high emotional intelligence to be. You can have a high IQ, low EQ, but you can't have a high EQ and have a low IQ. Have
Yeah,
an
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, but
man. So yeah, if you anybody out there struggling with anything, man, please just go see someone.
yeah, talk. I mean,
There was a recent guy that I knew in high school that a lot of people that I know are pretty good friends with. I didn't really stay in touch with them too much over ever since high school. Committed suicide over, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, and it's a big shock to everybody. Was he, from on the outside, it didn't appear to be
yeah,
somebody that was struggling with anything,
yeah,
but you never know what someone's got going on,
yeah.
and
No, I mean, shit, I've mentioned it, and yeah, like therapists called it seasonal depression just because of the holidays and changing, getting dark earlier and temperatures, and a lot of changes in my life. Like he's like, yeah, man, it's normal. You're gonna have this time where you're probably gonna feel a little down. Especially around the holidays, not having really any family here. I do, but not really close with any of them. Like, really, my kids are it. So it's like, yeah, it gets lonely. But it's just a season. I know that it's going to change. I know I'm going to come out of it. And I'm going to be fine. I just got to focus on the things that I need to focus on to move forward through those things. So, but
well, All right, man.
Yeah,
Well, I think that's a
good place
good
to
place
end.
to end it.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button for us, we'd really appreciate it if you did that. We're happy with where the show's at, and
Yeah.
it's grown quite a bit over the last year, and we're just gonna keep trying to grow it, and it would help if you guys would tell a friend if you got something out of this episode or got anything out of any of our previous episodes. It's one thing. I was actually looking at some of the analytics yesterday. I noticed that a lot of people, you know, watch old episodes,
Mhm.
which is it makes sense because I do that too with
Mhm.
podcasts that I watch and listen to. I'll scroll back and find one that oh I know that guy. I'll listen to this one or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, so hit that subscribe button for us. That would help us out a ton. And hit that like button, comment what you thought below, share the show with a friend, and we'll see you guys next time.